My name is Robert. I'm 85 years old. I'm recording this because there's something I've carried for most of my life, and I don't know who else to tell it to. Not anymore. It's about a name. Her name. I never said it out loud. Not once. Not in 63 years. I was 22 when I met her. It was 1962. I was working at a printing shop in Philadelphia, third shift, and she came in one evening just before we closed. She needed business cards printed, simple black ink on cream stock, nothing fancy. She told me her name was Catherine. I believed her. We started seeing each other a few weeks later. She'd come by after my shift ended, and we'd walk to the diner on Chestnut Street. She always ordered the same thing: black coffee, toast, no butter. She didn't talk much about herself. I didn't push. Back then, I thought that was just how she was. Quiet, private. I liked that about her. We were together for 11 months. I loved her. I don't use that word lightly. I really did. But there was always something she wouldn't tell me. I'd ask about her family, and she'd change the subject. I'd ask where she grew up, and she'd say somewhere south, and leave it at that. I told myself it didn't matter. I told myself I knew enough. In the spring of 1963, she told me she had to leave. She didn't say why, just that she couldn't stay in Philadelphia anymore. I asked if I could come with her. She said no. I asked if I'd see her again. She didn't answer that. The night before she left, we sat on the steps outside my apartment. It was warm. I remember the smell of cigarette smoke drifting from someone's window. She turned to me and said, "My real name isn't Catherine." I didn't say anything. I just looked at her. She said, "It's Margaret. Margaret Brennan." I nodded. I remembered nodding. And then I didn't say it. I didn't say, "Margaret." I didn't say, "It's nice to meet you, Margaret." I didn't say, "Why didn't you tell me sooner?" I just sat there. She left the next morning. I never saw her again, but I thought about her for years, decades, and every single time I thought about her, I called her Catherine in my head, because that's who she'd been to me. That's the name I knew. I got married in 1968. My wife's name was Linda. We had 2 sons, good boys. I worked at the same printing shop until I retired in 1999. Linda passed in 2017. I'm alone now. And for some reason, in these last few years, I keep thinking about Margaret. Not Catherine, Margaret. The woman I never actually knew. I used to think I didn't say her name that night because I was hurt, because she'd lied to me. But that's not true. I didn't say it because I was afraid of what it meant. If her name wasn't Catherine, then who was she? What else had she not told me? And if I said Margaret out loud, I'd be admitting that the person I loved, I didn't really know at all. So I stayed quiet. I let her leave. I let her stay, Catherine. A few years ago, I tried to find her. I'm not good with computers, but my grandson helped me. We searched online. We looked for Margaret Brennan, born around 1940, Philadelphia area. We found a few, but none of them were her. Or maybe they were, and I just couldn't tell anymore. It's been 63 years. I think about the moment she told me. I think about how she must have practiced it, how hard it must have been to say. And I gave her nothing. I didn't say her name. I didn't ask her why she'd hidden it. I didn't ask if she was in trouble. I didn't ask if I could help. I just sat there, and I let the moment pass. There's a difference between not knowing someone's name and refusing to say it. I didn't refuse, not exactly, but I didn't say it either. And now it's too late.
Sometimes I wonder if she's still alive. She'd be 85 now, same as me. Maybe she's somewhere thinking about that night too. Maybe she wishes I'd said it. Or maybe she's forgotten me entirely. I don't know which would be worse. I'm not telling this story because I think it'll change anything. It won't. I just need to say it out loud one time. Her name was Margaret. Margaret Brennan. And I loved her. And I never told her I knew. I don't know what I thought would happen if I'd said her name that night. Maybe nothing. Maybe everything. But I do know this. When someone tells you who they really are, you're supposed to say something. You're supposed to meet them there. I didn't. And I've lived with that ever since. If you've stayed with me this long, thank you. I don't know if this story means anything to anyone else, but if you've ever been given the chance to really see someone, to say their name, their real name, and you didn't, I understand. I do. And I'm sorry I can't tell you it gets easier. It doesn't. You just learn to carry it. Her name was Margaret, and I never said it when it mattered.